It is a sunny afternoon in Esfahan, one of Iran's most beautiful cities. As we walk through a local park, we meet a group of women on a picnic.
Hello. Hello. Thank you so much.
They dress in traditional chadors, which cover their bodies completely. They explain it's all about maintaining modesty.
Can you show me then, how do you wear this chador? Exactly. Okay. I'm going to put it on. Oh.
Though this type of clothing is mandatory in places like Saudi Arabia, a U.S. ally, in Iran, it's a choice. Women in these families have dressed like this for generations.
Now, what about your face? How much of your face do you have to cover? Oh, like this.
They say women should be covered for their own protection.
Doesn't it get pretty hot under this?
Hot, perhaps, but this woman says covering yourself helps you get to paradise. And they tell me I look better in a chador. Chadors may not be mandatory in Iran, but remember, by law, women must keep their heads covered in public. Iranian-American author Human Majd.
And if I don't do this, if someone wanted to, they could call the police.
They could call the morals
And what would
police.
happen to me?
As a foreigner, nothing would happen to you. As an Iranian, they would give you a stern warning.
And what if I did it again? Or what if I refused to wear one?
If you refused to wear one, you could go to jail.
In the capital of Tehran, many women have a more modern approach to complying with the law, finding fashionable ways to wear their headscarves called hijabs.
Our clients are diverse, from young girls to 60-year-old women.
At shops like this, women can buy Western styles.
We do have clients that are dressed in chador, and they do buy a dress which might be sleeveless or open, but they wear it in the privacy of their own home.
But women here face much more serious challenges than the dress code. Nazreen Sotuda is a leading human rights lawyer.
I notice you're the first woman I've interviewed who has not felt a need to wear this. Why are you not wearing it?
Although we don't like this law and we oppose it, we have to obey it, and we do obey it, just in public. Here in my private office, I don't have to wear a hijab.
She takes on issues she says are long overlooked. She defends women's rights activists, including this one who was sentenced to 3 years in prison just for campaigning for equal rights. And she points out that when a parent dies, daughters inherit only half the amount sons do. Men can divorce at will. Women cannot. Sotuda is also fighting to get Iran to stop executing minors.
Usually they keep them in jail, and then when they are over 18, they execute them.
A mother of 2, she says she's lucky to have a husband who supports her work.
I love my wife unconditionally. I support what she does, and I think what she does is extremely important.
Last year, she was awarded an International Human Rights Prize, but Iran's government stopped her from leaving the country to accept it.
So you have chosen a line of work that breaks your heart and does it over and over again.
Yes, you have understood it right. It is very difficult work. With many difficulties, we manage to do it. Once it is done, we feel very pleased.
Over and over again in Iran, we meet women who are challenging the status quo, like filmmaker Tamine Milani.
I believe this way. This is the best way to change people.
Milani is one of the most popular and respected directors in Iran. She's won numerous international awards for her films, most of which are about the unseen lives of middle-class women in Iran.
They accept their situation and they don't talk, they don't protest, but they suffer.
Her movies have to be cleared by censors. At least 3 have been banned. She says that earlier in her career, she challenged the country's top censor.
I went there and he started to accuse me, and he said, we will bring you and we will beat you.
Whip you.
Here, yes, rip you. Yes, yeah.
She was not beaten, but pregnant with twins at the time, she says the stress took its toll. She gave birth prematurely. Her daughter lived.
And after 2-3 days, my son died.
Why didn't you stop your work?
Because I believe my way, because I believe I can be useful in my society, because this is my society, this is my country. We really love Iran. I choose to live here and I want to keep this place.
In 2001, she made a film called The Hidden Half about a woman unjustly sentenced to death. Ironically, after the film was released, Milani was arrested and jailed and faced the death penalty herself.
They accused you of being anti-God.
Yeah, and 3
other charges.
More dangerous than this.
She says she was given a stern warning.
We are going to kill you to be good lesson to another people.
They said that to you? They said, we're going to kill you?
Yes, yes. I had for death penalty.
For making a movie?
Yes.
After an international outcry, including pleas from Hollywood heavyweights like Martin Scorsese, Milani was released. She says she's learned from experience how to work within the system to get her message across, even if it means restraining her work.
So you're saying that the censorship is affecting your work?
Yeah, of course it did.
Because of government censors, her current release, Superstar, about a narcissistic movie star, is less political. But Tamine Milani believes no matter who wins next week's presidential election here, greater freedom of expression is coming to Iran.
You could not make these movies then unless you had faith in the future for Iran. So what is the future for Iran's women that you dream of?
Everything is going to be changed.
Coming up, more surprises. In this country, it's illegal to be gay, yet sex change surgery is subsidized by the state. When this special edition of Dateline Inside Iran continues.